È un problema se fai un errore in inglese mentre stai parlando e c'è sempre bisogno di autocorreggere? Parliamone. First of all, I think it's important to know that, in my humble opinion, there are two different kinds of mistakes. There are type 1 mistakes, and these are mistakes that lead to misunderstanding. For example, the meeting was anticipated does not mean il meeting è stato anticipato. Vuol dire semplicemente che era previsto questo meeting. And that's an example of a type 1 mistake, because the person would leave that interaction with the wrong information. Type 2 mistakes are those little mistakes that, okay, yeah, it's not correct, but it wouldn't lead to misunderstanding. The person would be able to understand what you mean anyway. For example, if you said I done instead of I did, maybe you say independence instead of independence, or percentage instead of percentage. If you make a type 2 mistake while you're speaking, you don't necessarily need to correct it immediately because the person will understand you anyway. And in fact, during a natural interaction, if you're always analyzing what you're saying, the grammatical structures, and you're very in your head, as we say, it could actually make the interaction a little bit more difficult for the person you're speaking with. Type 1 mistakes, on the other hand, if possible, need to be corrected immediately because the person would misunderstand something and walk away from that interaction with the wrong ideas. So, to recap, there is no such thing as perfect English. Everyone makes mistakes, even mother tongue speakers. You just have to try to recognize if the mistake you made, if you realize you made a mistake, is a type 1 mistake that needs to be corrected, or a type 2 mistake that you can just ignore and perhaps think about later and make a note of, why did I make that mistake? And write down the correction so that you won't make it next time. Of course, recognizing if the mistakes you make are type 1 or type 2 isn't exactly easy, but that's where an English teacher can help you. That's what I do. So, shameless bit of self-promotion here. If you were interested in having perhaps a couple of one-on-one sessions where we can look at your English and iron out a few of those mistakes that you habitually make, feel free to send me a message and we can see if maybe some lessons with me would be the right choice for you. But anyway, let me know what you thought of this idea, whether it was useful for you or not. And also, if you liked the fact that this content was in English and not Italian this time. And I'll see you guys next time. Super easy.